Hey, I'm Steph, and I'm obsessed with all things travel, marketing, branding, and helping you stand out from the crowd. In just under 2 years, I went from being a home-based travel agent with zero clue how to make it work in the digital world to launching an international ranking travel podcast and creating an online course to help travel agents in lead generation. Here's one thing I know for sure. There has never in the history of the world been a better time to create the travel business you've always wanted. All you need is an actionable strategy and someone to show you the way. Picture this. We're going to spend the next hour of our time together at the Swim Up Pool Bar, where over a cocktail, we deep dive into travel-related topics, mixed with a little classroom training. This show is dedicated to encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone and into your travel business. I'll show you how I did it and how you can too. Hit subscribe now and let's get into it. If you're a travel agent wanting to stand out in the digital world but you struggle with consistency, tech isn't your jam and you have no idea where to start, join my free masterclass where I talk about exactly this. Head to stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass. You're listening to Unplug in Paradise, the podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Unplug in Paradise podcast. My name is Steph and I'm so thrilled that you're here today because A, it's been a while since I showed up on the podcast, of course, and B, we've got some super juicy topics that we're diving into today. So behind the scenes, things have been a little crazy. We've had a big couple of months, hence the podcast hiatus. And it was only just last week that I realized just how much that I've actually created in the last 6 months. So from our Travel Trend Summit that was held in May, things have been pretty steady behind the scenes. Like we've released some really cool stuff. So we've done a brand new masterclass. So this is travel agents versus travel influencers, which helps solopreneurs such as us in the travel space to ditch the old school marketing methods and create an irresistible online presence that lands you more familiar opportunities than a paid travel influencer. So even if you feel invisible online, have a lazy social media following, or if you don't know where to start, that is a super juicy masterclass. So you can find that at stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass. Go and check it out. It's totally free. And then we've also announced the dates for our first ever, drum roll please, our first ever travel agent runway business escape in 2025. This idea was actually officially floated at the Travel Trend Summit this year, and we have actually put it into action, created a kick-ass itinerary, if I don't say so myself. Even though I'm hosting this, I feel like I'm going to be like the number one participant. We can't wait for this. So it's from the 9th to the 12th of September 2025, which I cannot wait for. It's the week after my birthday, so we're going to have all the shenanigans. It's being held at the Stonehill Estate here in the northern New South Wales region, which is 6 acres of pure lush rural farmland right here on the coastline. It's got all the luxurious facilities such as a spa, sauna, ice bath. You've got a magnesium pool. We're going to have daily yoga and loads of white space during all of those beautiful days here because, I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to finally understand what that meaning is when we say work-life balance, because some of us, me included, we need to learn this. And it's not until we have experiences exactly like this, like cool stuff that, travel business owners can actually do, that we actually don't even spend a moment thinking about what this actually looks like for us. So I'm really looking forward to it. Daily yoga, loads of white space to truly lap up this fully catered experience. I'm also co-hosting this experience with our branding photographer, Kate Nutt, which most of you already know from our Travel Trend Summits, which will be an absolute blast. This retreat style workation, I like to call it, is shaping up to be really content heavy. So, I mean, when we go traveling and things like that, we take photos. We point and click, point and shoot. We're getting photos done and all of the things, but we're not actually taking like real proper content, and we're not doing it for the focus of our business. So, with this particular retreat, it's content heavy with the focus on boosting content opportunities for ourselves. We're looking at doing more group collaboration for this retreat, as well as pushing you outside of your comfort zone when it comes to capturing curated content, as well as putting you inside of those photos and videos, which I know is a little very scary for most people. So, the number one thing is what we want to really capture those authentic off the cuff moments, because realistically, those are the things that your audience and your community want to see from you. So, we're going to help you and walk you through that entire process. So, think camera and phone tips and tricks, content hacks while being guided through the whole process of documenting, trips. We're doing little off-site trips outside of Stonehill Estate. We're not going to be at the estate the whole time, which I wish we could, but we have got exciting things to do as well. But yeah, honestly, it's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to be walking through the technical how-tos. We're going to be creating Canva templates on the spot. We're going to talk about, what platforms to post what kind of content. And basically, you're going to have a full content and branding folder ready to go home, as well as a whole heap of confidence and strategy and support throughout the entire experience. So I'm really looking forward to that. The best part is it's only a small group experience as well, so 10 people maximum. So if you're keen on more details about it, let me know. Just reach out to me on Instagram. I can send you through the details. Now, if that wasn't enough, myself and Kate Nutt are also going again for another brand new collaboration that's happening on the 4th of December 2024 at the stunning Mesa Motel at Palm Beach on the Gold Coast, where we will be hosting the first ever travel industry's first ever Content Day, the B-Roll Bash event. So back a few months ago when I started toying with the idea of a content day, look, it's been on the list for well over 18 months, but it's not until the conversations that you start having with those people in the industry and you start thinking, okay, now we're ready for this. We're officially here. And I'm so stoked for it. So when I started toying with the idea of planning a content day, I had a really big mission in mind. My mission was to help as many travel industry pros as I can show up online, and not just show up, but do it confidently and authentically. Now, I feel like I do this already, but I do this in a digital sense inside of my flagship online program, Travel Agent Runway. But the conversations I've been having lately, like I said, it means that more travel business owners need the actual in real life experience of what that actually looks like. Like, what does walking through and creating content actually look like? How do I shoot personally branded content that your audience is actually going to relate to? So, all of those things for me were at the forefront. And honestly, as a small business owner myself, being able to dedicate an entire day to doing the hard thing, like capturing a year's worth of content for website and social media and all of the things, for me is an absolute no-brainer. So it all started when originally I was planning my own rebrand and I was seeking out venues, linking up with my photographer and all of the works. But then I thought, you know what, this would be so much more fun with a crew of friends. And that's when I thought, oh my God, why do I not just invite all my industry pals to join in and we can make a day of it together? because I feel like this is what it's about, right? Like we're about networking, we're about making friendships and collaborations. But I feel like this exact process is something that no one teaches you. Like no one teaches you this stuff. Like you start a business and boom, you're on your own when it comes to promoting the person behind the logo, which is why we're going deep with a specific focus on styling, hair, makeup, color palettes. But we're also going to be talking about poses, angles, lighting, and exactly like I'm going to give you 100 plus B-roll tips of what content to capture that's going to correlate exactly with what your travel niche is. Because we know that everyone doesn't have the same niche, but I have created this wonderful document which will be sent out to all of our B-rollers of the exact content that you can capture on the day. So, pretty much everything that we've designed is to help you bring your brand to life. And you know what? We're not just doing this anywhere. I'm very quite strategic with where I host events. And the biggest part of that is I want this to be a return on your investment as well. So for me personally, like I could have hosted a social media or content day anywhere on the Gold Coast or anywhere in Australia or anywhere overseas. But the biggest thing for me is that I wanted this to work for you guys. So if I was to book some random photo shoot studio, how's that going to help you? Other than just having, personally branded content, all of those things. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, like the Mesa Motel in Palm Beach is managed by Slow Journey Studio. So for us in the industry, this is commissionable. So if you book a family or yourselves, or if you're local to the Gold Coast and you're looking at a staycay or you've got friends visiting, you can book the Mesa Motel and it is 100%, oh, not 100% commissional, but yeah, your commission is 100% yours. So I really wanted this to be at the forefront when I planned this day because, like I said, it could have just been anywhere, but I really wanted this to work for us. So what we've done is I'm crazy. I have booked out the entire Mesa Motel for ourselves for an entire 24-hour period. So I want you to picture this. We've got 7 beautifully stated and cozy motel rooms. We've got the beautiful, stunning grounds of the Mesa Motel, plus the splash club area with a Instagrammable magnesium pool, all across the road from the beach, mind you. We've got all boutique luxe with a touch of Palm Springs and old school Gold Coast vibes. So I want you to picture that. InStar magazine even described it as Insta-worthy, spacious, and localized with a dose of retro luxury, which for me absolutely nails the brief, right? It doesn't matter whether your niche is corporate, business travel, solo travel, cruising, adventure, wellness, sustainability. Like it doesn't matter where you are, adventure, like all of the things, right? Like it doesn't matter where your niche lies. You still got opportunity to create content here, which is amazing, right? Like it's the perfect backdrop for content that's literally going to pop off the screen when you show up online. And just a little heads up, B-Roll Bash isn't free. Sadly, it's not, but we've made it super accessible. And the price point that it is at the moment, it will never be this low ever again. So if you are ready to take a leap with us, this is the perfect opportunity. If you're wanting to get your friends together before Christmas, this is the opportunity. Come and create and collaborate with each other and just do the hard thing together because literally, like, it's such a problem when we work from home and we're all on our own, lonesome at home all day. Who the hell has enough energy to want to speak to a camera or create content like I do? I don't. not half the time. But if I had and I was feeding off other people's energy who were really getting into it, like, man, that would be me. I would do all the hard things over and done with in one day. So anyway, if you're literally ready to take the leap with us, this is the opportunity to do it. So I can't wait for our industry pals to join the magic, because we are going to create some beautiful content pieces that truly represents who you are while being guided throughout the entire process of doing it right. Especially if you're wanting to refine your brand, create a year's worth of content that's on brand for your business, and or if you're wanting to explore what niche you want to sink into. Like, sometimes travel agents don't know what niche they want to do. So this is all about exploration. It's all about sinking in and feeling what's right, but really aligning with who you are, what your personality is, and what you enjoy when it comes to travel as well. So we're creating a lifestyle business that's in and around what you love. So yeah, we are going to so anyway, during this podcast episode, I will cut to the chase. We are going to talk about what it's like for us to share all of these creative spaces, whether you're on holidays or you are coming with us at B-Roll Bash with all our travel pros. We are here to help you make everything run smoothly. So, content etiquette tips. This is to help you capture your best moments while staying mindful of the people and the space around you. So whether you're at B-Roll Bash or you're traveling elsewhere, capturing content for your brand and your socials and everything else, these are the tips that are going to keep your experience and everyone else's positive, productive, and fun. So I've got some really cool tips. So let's just get to them. So number one, make it your moment, but be respectful. So when you're at an event like B-Roll Bash, you're at a motel, you're surrounded by other people who are doing the exact same thing. It's natural to be excited and want to capture all of the things. I know this because I'm very much that person. That's your moment to shine, and it's what this day is 100% all about. But I want you to keep in mind that everyone else is there for the exact same reason. So why is this important? Being respectful means that everyone gets to have their own moment without feeling rushed or interrupted. So say, for example, if someone's in room 1, they're getting their pictures taken and things like that, or they're in there with Kate getting their professional mini branding shoot done, like, please don't interrupt those people. Like, please go somewhere else. There's 7 other rooms. Or if you're at a resort or on a beach or wherever, like, please just be mindful of other people's content strategies, right? Because you don't want that unnecessary person like photobombing you or distracting you, especially if you're not feeling uber confident. Respecting others' time and space allows for a supportive environment, right? So we're not just here creating content, we're also here to build our connections in the industry too. So you'll walk away with not only amazing photos, but you'll walk away with such an incredible network. And trust me, in the travel industry, your connections 100% matter. So I want you to scope out your shots. We'll walk around. So the first half hour, we're going to walk around the property. So we'll walk you through. I want you to scope out your shots. Take your time and then step aside when you're done, so others can have their chance to set up and take content as well. So if someone's really nailing their setup, be their hype person. I can't stress this enough. You'll find the energy that you give out will 100% come back your way. So I want you to be everyone's hype girl or boy. You're going to be their hype person. And just so you know, everything that you put out there is going to come back to you as well. Number 2, cleanliness for content. Here's one that people don't necessarily consider most of the time, and it's most times overlooked. So cleanliness for content. It's super easy to get carried away with props and setups and outfit changes and, leaving bits of makeup and little things here and there and laptop and passports and all of the things that you need for a photo shoot for a travel agent or travel industry professional. But yeah, like we have to be mindful to keep these spaces tidy in between shoots because it's not only respectful, but it makes the content itself look so much better and so much cleaner. And one thing, nothing kills the vibe of a great shot faster than a cluttered background. So if you've left stuff laying around the place, please be mindful to keep the spaces neat, clean, professional looking. Photos help your content pop. And if it's really quite distracting, uh, people aren't going to relate to it. And it's really hard. So if you're just using Canva like me and not using Photoshop, like it might be a bit hard to like erase those things in the background without completely ruining your image. And we don't want that. And we also want to make sure that the next person comes along and it's nice and spacious and clean for them as well. Because, let's be honest, creating a clean aesthetic makes your audience focus on what matters, which is what? You and your brand. So before you leave the room or, leave your setup behind, please do a quick scan, pick up any props, clear out any clutter that you may have brought with you, and make it super fresh for the next person. I can 100% say that they'll be very appreciative of this, and you'll also have a reputation as someone who brings both style and professionalism to your content, and this matters. Number 3, be yourself, loud and proud. Yes, when it comes to content, when it comes to branding, it can be tempting to look or act like what you think people expect from a travel brand. But the truth is, people connect with people. And the most powerful thing that you can bring to your brand is yourself. And you showing up just the way you are speaks volumes. Authenticity in your brand isn't just a buzzword. Like it's kind of one of those overused words that you hear over and over and over again, and it's kind of like fallen into the wayside, right? But authenticity is what builds trust. Your audience can tell whether you're a certain style, whether, they can tell if you're forcing a certain style or if you're forcing a tone that doesn't feel like you and it doesn't, relate or resonate, and they're kind of thinking, ooh, I don't know if that suits that person, or we know this person personally and this doesn't align. Like you really want to make sure that those things are so close together, if not in the same wavelength. Otherwise, nothing is going to break your engagement faster. B-Roll Bash is designed to help you uncover your most authentic style. So whether it's through outfits, color choices, or the way that you communicate your love of travel, you'll leave with content that makes your audience feel connected to the real you, which is hands down the number one reason why we're doing this day. So coming with an open mind and ready to embrace your uniqueness, because I can tell you right now, this is the scary part, ladies and gents. Don't worry about fitting in, because this day is all about standing out and capturing what's real for you. Think about how you would want your audience to feel when they see your content, and then go for that vibe 100% unapologetically. And number 4, make a friend, or 3. Content days like B-Roll Bash aren't just about capturing content. They're about connection. You're going into a space that is going to be full of travel industry pals who are passionate about leveling up just like you. So this is your number one opportunity. The travel industry, we know that networking is a game changer. Building connections with other like-minded people, also a game changer. But it's something that's, it's fun, right? It's not only just fun, but it's has the capabilities to open up doors that you didn't even know had door handles. Opens up doors and leads to conversations that you've never considered. So the people that are coming on the day are not only there to help support you and share tips, and who knows, even refer clients your way. You never know what collaborations look like until they happen. But B-Roll Bash is the perfect place to make real lasting connections in a really easy, casual, collaborative environment. So I want you to take this moment So whether you're at an event or you're at B-roll, or if you're traveling on a famil or whatever that looks like for you, wherever you're capturing content, I want you to take the opportunity that in between, shoots and content and all of the things, right? I want you to take a moment to chat. I want you to chat with other people. I want you to collaborate with other people. I want you to help other people with their setup. I want you to help exchange ideas, because this is how we boost each other up. It's not about competition anymore. Competition's a huge risk to take in our industry. But the people that I predominantly speak to aren't retail stores. They are solo travel business owners who are running and managing their own businesses. They are the founders. They are the CEOs. They are the directors of their own destinies. They are doing all of the things. And these moments and these opportunities, created especially for us in our industry, are all designed to help you build a supportive network that goes beyond the day or beyond the famil or beyond B-roll bash. It's all of those things that are going to help us later on. And we know that times like these, when we get to actually go and mingle with people in the industry, like, these connections are priceless. So there it is, guys. If you're ready to put yourself out there, holler at your girl. If you're ready to let go of playing small, and you're ready to create something meaningful that resonates with your audience, then why not just do the hard thing? Concentrate on doing it in one day and getting a year's worth of content done and dusted. So from now on, you never ever have to guess what the hell to post ever again. Because that's the thing, right? Like, you get to your computer and you're like, oh, I should post some content, but then you don't know what the hell to post. So this is the day to do it. So imagine capturing content that feels like you, that supports your business, and you control 100% how your brand is perceived online. And at the same time, you're connecting with others who are just as pumped about growing their brands as you are. So if you are in, feel free to head over to stephaniemyers.academy/B-roll bash. And I can't wait to see everyone there. If you've got any questions, please DM me on Instagram at stephaniemyers.academy. I'm more than happy to answer all of your questions. Or we can jump on a 20-minute, Calendly or Zoom call or whatever you want to do. And we can nut it out between us. But yeah, people with teams, this is 100% up your alley. Take the team out of the office for the day. If you've got a network of people that are all from different travel industry or travel agent host agencies, and you don't really get a chance to get together very often, bring them along as well. And you know what? Let's show the industry what you're made of. Okay, guys, thanks. Until next time, see ya. Bye.